皆さんこんにちは。You've already learned adding last ka for making question. But let's check it again with conversation. And also you will learn yes and no in Japanese. Let's listen to today's dialogue.
アレックスさんはアメリカ出身ですか？
はい、私はアメリカ人です。
日本は初めてですか？
いいえ、2回目です。家族と来ました。
Let's listen again with Japanese sentence.
アレックスさんはアメリカ出身ですか？
はい、私はアメリカ人です。
日本は初めてですか？
いいえ、2回目です。家族と来ました。
Now, let's check some vocabulary to understand today's conversation. 出身 means the place you are coming from. In English, you can show with preposition from, like I'm from Japan. But Japanese has noun 出身. We also could ask with preposition which means where are you from, like どこからですか? どこ is where and から is from. This is not existed in today's conversation, but this is easier way to show where you are from. はい is yes and いいえ is no. This is kind of 100% yes and no. But sometimes in specific cases, the meaning will be opposite. Check the additional at the end if you want to know more. 人 shows nationality if it put after country. I gotta tell more in additional about this 人. 日本 means Japan. This actually means the country of the sun. In English, you say Japan, and this is come from the word Jipangu, named by Italian traveler. We sometimes pronounce Nippon when we cheer national team. But when we talk about ourselves, we normally say 日本. 初めて means first time. 回目 means times. So you can also say 1回目 as first time, but mostly we say 初めて. After second time, you can just say numbers plus 回目. 家族 means family. I add some words related to family as additional. と is particle to show with and. There are no difference about pronunciation when it means with or and. So be careful when you find this と. In the sentence, と means with. When it means as and, it's written with same word class like 日本とアメリカ. 行く means verb go. Next, let's check some grammar things. あなたはですか means are you or do you. It's basic question sentence. This あなた means you, but this subject is usually omitting. 出身はです means someone is from. からです is not existed in conversation, but we say this often. You can show where are you coming from, not only country, but also the place like where you live or where you were staying last night, something like this. Must is polite way and we often connect with the verb to show some respect. When we connect 行く with must, it's gonna be 来ます. Because it's tough to pronounce if it's 行くます. And ikimashita is actually existed in the sentence, and this is the past tense with polite way. Now you can understand the conversation. So let's listen again with English translation.
アレックスさんはアメリカ出身ですか？
はい、私はアメリカ人です。
日本は初めてですか？
いいえ、2回目です。家族と来ました。
That's all for today, but we have additional. When we say yes and no, はい and いいえ is common, but we use そうですね a lot. This is same meaning of that's right. And I told you the meaning of yes and no sometimes be opposite in specific cases. This happens in like negative question. You will learn more later, but please be reminded. We answer negative question like yes, you are telling the truth. No, you are not right. And personally, I still make a mistake when I answer this question, then realize that later. Then I say like, that's Japanese way to answer. Let me correct. I think the best way is just skip はい and いいえ then answer with sentence if you struggle with this situation. But you don't need to be perfect now. Once again, but just remind this. Next, when we show nationality, you can just add 人 after your country. So Japanese is 日本人 and American is アメリカ人. It's so easy. And when you are in Japan, you will often hear 外国人 probably. This means foreigners, and literally this means out-country people. We often say 外人 as shortened way. And 人 is written by this kanji. You will learn kanji 3 video. At last, let's check some words showing family member. 家族 is family. 母 is mother, but when we call our mother, お母さん is popular. We also call so many ways, but I skip here. 父 is father. But also when we call our father, お父さん is popular. We also call many ways like mother, but I skip here of course. 兄 is old brother, and 弟 is little brother. 姉 is old sister, and 妹 is little sister. About kanji, you will learn kanji 10 video. お疲れ様でした。よろしければ他の動画もご覧ください。Please check other videos. またお会いしましょう。